Hello everybody, I am popping on to do a quick update about the energies and how they are catching people who have particular personalities. Now, these energies are affecting everybody, but they're affecting everybody very differently. And depending what kind of personality, what we've still got to heal, what we are predisposed to, then we are being affected accordingly. So I'd like to address those people out there who have very busy minds, whose minds think very quickly, very creative people, people who may be described as autistic or ADHD by some of society, or just have very sharp, quick minds with very, very layered thoughts. And what I'm seeing is that some people who they live in their mind body quite a lot, is that they are becoming very ungrounded right now. A lot of people are becoming very ungrounded, but people who particularly live in their minds or are predisposed to going into their minds a lot, are finding these energies are really overloading them and making their mind even quicker. And so the good response to this is to actually do the opposite and help ourselves to slow down, to try to be less impulsive, to think before we speak, which I know for a lot of us is quite challenging, because we're going into a very new way of living. And when we can get stuck in our mind space, we can become quite unconscious. And so the slowing down, the taking some time out, that doesn't mean having to be still, because some personalities find it challenging to just be still, but that can be withdrawing yourself from the situation. It can be going out for a walk in nature or in the fresh air. It can be going and sitting on the grass or walking around on the grass or in a park or just in an open space where you can see the sky, where you can see perhaps some birds, where you can feel the elements. If you're somewhere hot, then you'll see the sun and the clouds. If you're where I am, it's a lot of wind, a lot of rain, a lot of quite atmospheric weather right now. It's so we can work with all of those elements and things around us to help us to become more focused again, to help us to slow down, to help us to just become more present. So I'd like to also do a little grounding exercise, because what's happening is as we are becoming new energy beings, where our energies are being raised in its frequency to what has previously been, then we are getting new parts of that energy system coming online more. So, and one of those is below our feet, called the Earth Star. And what the Earth Star does is help us to come back into embodiment, helps us to become more present, helps us to just think through our thoughts, to then be able to sift out and let go of ones that perhaps aren't such good ideas, or helps us to come into a more more focused place where we can keep grounding, where we can keep connecting back into our body so that we can come back down from the mind into the heart, into our body, and then we can become more conscious and we can decide if something is a good idea, is not a good idea. We can remind ourselves to distract, to ground, to go into nature, to listen to some music, to perhaps do some dancing, whatever that would be for you, to come back into the moment and to help slow your mind down. So, if you'd like to get yourself into a comfortable position, or if you're walking, that's fine. I'd like you to just take your attention to your breath, getting your body comfortable, and focusing on the breath as it comes in through the nostrils, down the passageways, down into the lungs. You may want to gently close your eyes. You may want to not. That's fine. And so allowing your gaze to just become soft as you focus on the breath and you call back to yourself all parts of yourself. And really focusing on how the breath comes in, the chest rises. There's a moment's pause before you exhale. The chest lowers. There's a sense of heat on the back of the nostrils. And there's a pause before you inhale. And just be mindful with this breath. Be aware and present. And take your awareness and consciousness down into the chest as you breathe down into that. Feeling the sensation of the lungs filling. And just keep going with the breath. And allowing that breath to go a little deeper down in just below the lungs, the bottom of the rib cage into the solar plexus. Breathe into this place. If it feels tight, just allow the breath to loosen it. Just give permission for this place to become more relaxed. And taking the breath further down into the stomach, into the abdomen. Again, feeling for any tightness, any constriction. And just giving this area, your navel, your sacral, giving permission for it to loosen. Reminding yourself you are safe. You're in your body. You're right here, right now, in this moment. And taking the breath deeper down to the bottom of your pelvis, into your base. And just allow that breath, that focus, that awareness to go in through the nose all the way down the neck, down the length of the spine, all the way into the tailbone. And just follow this pathway of breath up and down the spine, feeling all the muscles relaxing. And then on the next inhalation, take that breath all the way down the spine, through the pelvis, down each leg and out the bottom of the feet. See this happening, feel this happening, sending your feelers, your awareness down into the Earth Star. The Earth Star chakra is a silver grey colour, And each time you breathe into this sphere of light, just imagine it increasing in size, pulling all parts of yourself down into the body. And just allowing the breath, the awareness, the consciousness to start to increase the size of this chakra. And it may be you're able to expand it to the size of the whole earth. Really grounding. And you can do this as many times through the day as you need to bring yourself back. And just allow the energy from this chakra to come up as you breathe up and down. Bring it into the heart and perhaps bring it all the way up to the mind, to the brow. And allowing your mind to ground down into this chakra, into the earth. Perhaps even feeling the coolness of the earth, the dampness. Just allowing this energy to start to clear the mind, to help it to still. To be so focused on the pathway of this breath that it comes more into focus and being present again. And then as you get up, back into the mind, I'd like you to push that awareness up through the top of the head, through the crown, up. And keep going up until you hit the ball of light. That is your higher consciousness, is your essence, your soul light. And breathe that in. Breathing it down, the pathway of the highest chakras down into the mind, down through the throat, down into the heart. And as it comes up and down through the brow, just allow the mind to start to still, connecting with its higher conscious state, its higher mind. And with each breath, you connect more deeply with this light of who you really are, of this seeing from a higher perspective, of knowing from a higher perspective. And then on the next in-breath, as you pull in this light, I'd like you to imagine the light going all the way down, the whole length of the spine, down, connecting into the Earth Star. And allow the pathway between the Earth Star and your higher light to be more connected, grounded. Because we're in an age where we are embodying who we really are. And that isn't the thoughts of the mind, of the ego. And as you fill up with this light, imagine it going through the pores of the skin, into the space around you, into your auric field. So you feel lighter. And you feel all around you, your energy bodies become lighter. You see, you feel, you know this to be happening. And then we ask for a protective bubble of light to go around you, keeping out any intrusive thoughts of others, any feelings that are not yours. To keep you in this higher state of consciousness. And slowly, slowly bring your awareness back out into the room, allowing the breath to bring you back up, out. Become aware of the heat and the coolness on the back of the nostrils as you inhale and exhale. Taking 3 deep breaths, you'll be back, fully present, feeling much calmer, your mind much more in check. Thank you, everyone. Go well.